ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। 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 गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। जय गोपी जन गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन। यमुना तीरावनचारी। यमुना तीरावनचारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। जय राधा माधव कुंज विहारी। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। 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 रीडिंग फ्रॉम श्रीमद् भागवतम, कैंटो 1, चैप्टर 11, टेक्स्ट नंबर 35। स एष नरलोकेऽस्मिन् अवतीर्णः स्वमायया वेमे स्त्रीरत्नकुटस्थो भगवान् प्राकृतो यथा। स एष नरलोकेऽस्मिन् अवतीर्णः स्वमायया वेमे स्त्रीरत्नकूटस्थो भगवान् प्राकृतो यथा। सः he, Supreme Personality of Godhead. Esha, all these, Naraloke,
Naraloke,
on this planet of human beings, Asmin, on this, Avatirnaha, having appeared, Swa, personal, internal, Mayaya, causeless mercy, Veme, enjoyed, Sri Ratna, woman who is competent to become a wife of the Lord. Kutastha, among Bhagavan, the personality of Godhead. Prakrata, mundane. Yatha, as if it were. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, K.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Shri Krishna, out of His causeless mercy, appeared on this planet by His internal potency and enjoyed Himself amongst competent women as if He were engaging in mundane affairs. Please repeat. That Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, out of His causeless mercy, appeared on this planet by His internal potency and enjoyed Himself amongst competent women as if He were engaging in mundane affairs. The Lord married and lived like a householder. This is certainly like a mundane affair. But we learn that He married 16,108 wives and lived with them separately in each and every palace. Certainly it is not mundane. Therefore, the Lord living as a householder amongst His competent wives is never mundane, and His behavior with them is never to be understood as mundane sex relation. The women who became the wives of the Lord are certainly not ordinary women, because to get the Lord as one's husband is the result of many, many millions of births, tapasya. When the Lord appears on different lokas or planets, or on this planet of human beings, He displays His transcendental pastimes just to attract the conditioned souls to become His eternal servitors, friends, parents, and lovers, respectively in the transcendental world, where the Lord eternally reciprocates such exchanges of service. Service is pervertedly represented in the material world and broken untimely, resulting in sad experience. The illusioned living being, conditioned by material nature, cannot understand out of ignorance that all our relations here in the mundane world are temporary and full of inebriety. Such relations cannot help us be happy perpetually. But if the same relation is established with the Lord, then we are transferred to the transcendental world after leaving this material body and become eternally related with Him in the relation we desire. The women amongst whom He lived as their husband are not therefore women of this mundane world, but are eternally related with Him as transcendental wives, a position they attained by perfection of devotional service. That is their competency. The Lord is Param Brahma, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Conditioned souls seek after perpetual happiness in all places, not only on this earth but also on the other planets throughout the universe. Because constitutionally a spiritual spark as he is can travel to any part of God's creation. But being conditioned by material modes, he tries to travel in space by spacecraft and so fails to reach his destination. The law of gravitation is binding upon him like the shackles of a prisoner. By other processes, he can reach anywhere, but even if he reaches the highest planet, he cannot attain that perpetual happiness for which he is searching life after life. When he comes to his senses, however, he seeks after Brahman happiness, knowing it for certain that unlimited happiness which he is seeking is never attainable in the material world. As such, the Supreme Being, Parabrahman, certainly does not seek his happiness anywhere in the material world. nor can his paraphernalia of happiness be found in the material world. He is not impersonal. Because he is the leader and supreme being amongst innumerable living beings, he cannot be impersonal. He is exactly like us, and he has all the propensity of an individual living being in fullness. He marries exactly like us, but his marriage is neither mundane nor limited by our experience in the conditioned state. His wives therefore appear like mundane women, but factually they are all transcendental liberated souls, perfect manifestations of internal energy. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Swamin Iti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sa esha naraloke asmin avatirna swamayaya preme Sri Ratna Kutasto Bhagavan Prakrato Yata. That Supreme Personality of Godhead Sri Krishna, out of his causeless mercy, appeared on this planet by his internal potency and enjoyed himself amongst competent women as if he were engaging in mundane affairs. The Suta Goswami is describing now another wonderful quality of Krishna. Krishna was living with these 16,108 wives, but we know that he was living with each one of them separately. Not that he has to visit from one palace to the other palace and things like that. So here, although he has nothing to do with this material world, he doesn't have to even do all this whatever he did, but just to give the association, to fulfill the desire of the devotee, out of his own maya, own internal potency, he creates all this. And Srila Prabhupada has very wonderfully explained that these wives of Krishna, they are all eternal wives. Not that they just, they became eternal wives by practicing devotional service for millions of years. Prabhupada says millions of lifetimes and millions of years. Then you achieve that perfection. So we must always be very careful in desiring to achieve the level of these queens or the gopis. It's not even attainable by Lord Brahma, Lord Indra and so on. It's very difficult. So what we have to do is just focus on being the eternal servant of Krishna. And who knows, maybe out of his causeless mercy, like here, things can change. You can. So if your desire is very strong, then you can also achieve that position one day. But it's tough. Point is that it's not easy. It's not that just because we are chanting and singing and reading Bhagavatam, then we are now qualified to take the position of Krishna's wife. That's only for very few, chosen few. See, even when Krishna appeared, he did not make everybody his wife. He chose the 16,108. Others have other relationships. That's what Prabhupada explained. That it need not be the wife only. You can always have relationship with Krishna as a parent, as a friend, as a servant. The best situation is of servant. That's what our Sampradaya emphasizes. Not many Sampradayas emphasize on that. People talk of merging into the Brahman and so on, getting nirvana, removing all your false identities, so you become, you see yourself and you see yourself as a Aham Brahmasmi. So they take it to different level. So Prabhupada says that Krishna is just like us. In fact, it's the other way around. Krishna made us in his form. That's what even Christianity says. God made human beings in his form. And then they don't accept the form. That's very funny. You say that I made something in my form and then I say I don't exist. So that is why this Bhagavatam is not enjoyed by the impersonalists so much, because it starts glorifying Krishna so much that they don't like it. Because for them, Krishna is just one of us, right? They just say that he also suffers. Krishna had problems when he was here, like everybody else. Okay, he was, sometimes they say he performed some superhuman activities. But here, one more thing Prabhupada says that, you can't even get out of this place. We have to use a spacecraft to get out of the gravity. Whereas the spirit soul can travel anywhere. We get conditioned by this body. Suppose you don't have this body. That's why the difference is in the spiritual body there is no restriction. Here we got restriction. We cannot do so many things. For that people do some yoga, siddhi, meditation, and then they get some siddhis. By that you can travel, but not permanently. You can just go on like a visit. But better than that is hold on to the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who can grant us the same. See, when you are doing, the point is that when you are doing service, you get the same pleasure that Krishna's wives get by serving him. The pleasure in service is same, whether you are cleaning the pot, or you are preaching, or you are doing arati, whatever. The pleasure is same. And that's why so much variety is available. Krishna is full of variety, and so he accepts also our services in variety. So I'd like to stop here. If there is any question, comment. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.